What's up, guys? 6X Player here. Today I'm doing a deck profile for my Seeker Thingsaver Alfred deck. Let's get started. The starting Vanguard is Ambaros. You only get it in the Mega Trial deck, but so it might be hard to get. But his skill is you can put this card in the soul and choose a card from your hand, discard it to draw a card. He's really good because he's really fast. You don't need to be in Legion. He fills up the drop zone for early Legion for Alfred. And yeah, he's fast, so he doesn't get retired or locked. So I like him a lot. Next off, you have to run 4 Thingsaver Dragons. Sika. Now, he's a pretty cool Legion. His skill is you may Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 3, and discard 2 cards from your hand. At the end of the battle, if this card is in Legion, you may pay the cost and Superior Ride another copy from your deck onto your Vanguard. Take a Blaster Blade Seeker from your Soul, which it will be, and perform Legion with it. So it's pretty cool. Basically what it means, you have Legion like this, you swing, you pay the cost, Counter Blast 2, discard 2 cards from your hand, Soul Blast 3, and then Superior Ride from the deck, and then Superior Legion, and then attack again. So that's how it works. And also because one of the other good things about this card is that let's say you draw this card in your starting hand, you need 3 soul exactly for his skill. So this, you can put this in the soul, and then you have a grade 1 and 2. So you can actually do Soul Blast 3. Sometimes the other starter file, I think, you don't always get to use him because you really don't need it. But yeah, another thing you need to know that when you Superior Ride Legion with him, you can't Legion again next turn because the effect won't work anymore. So if you Legion once, attacked, and then Superior Legion, you need to write another Thingsaver from your hand to actually use his Legion attack again. So, because you can't use this card skill when you ride on top. It's still in Legion, but you need to still write another one to use the standing ability to Superior Call another one. So, because Bushiro changed the effect because it was too broken. Because you could Counter Blast 4, but now you can't do it anymore. Anyways, 4 Thingsaver Dragons. For Alfred. Alfred is a pretty sweet card. He's really underrated in my opinion, but he's really good. He's really good for the rush. So Alfred's skill, Alfred E14. Anyways, Alfred's skill is when this card is in Legion, he gets 1,000 for every Seeker rearguard you have. Not rearguard, every Seeker unit you have. So it does count your mate. So, and then his other skill is if you have 5 rearguards or greater, he gets 1 critical. So you don't need to have a Seeker field. You just need to have 5 rearguards to give him the crit. But if you want him to get more power boost, you need to have Seeker rearguards. And he Legions with Blaster Blade or Blaster Blade Seeker. So you can use the old Blaster Blade if you want. But obviously get the trial deck one because he's Seeker. Anyhow. And his other skill is you could Counter Blast 2 Seeker in the damage, so you need Seeker in the damage for him only. And then you may Superior Call a Seeker from the deck. And that's really good because Superior Calling any Seeker from the deck is really amazing. So you actually help out his skill to get 5 rear guards. Yeah. So those are grade 3s. On to the grade 2s. You have to run 4 Blaster Blade Seeker. He Legions with both of your grade 3s, so you gotta run him. So his skill is pretty easy. When he's placed on the rear guard, you can Counter Blast 1, and retire opponent's grade 2 or greater rearguard. So retire grade 2 or greater rearguard is pretty sweet. Most of the times you don't want to use his counterblast because the deck is counterblast heavy. But if you have no other reason to save those counterblasts, then use Blaster Blade skill. So 4 Blaster Blade. 4 of the grade 2s. These are also really important in the deck. Gladys. So his skill is, during the turn you Legion, you may counterblast 1 and Spirit Call a Seeker from the deck to the rearguard. So obviously he's going to be really good. You can not use Alfred's counterblast 2 skill and use his counterblast 1 skill instead to Spirit Call. And most of the times, like, it's really cool when you have 2 of these on the field and you Legion for Alfred. You can counterblast 2 to call 2 rearguards. So yeah, he's really good. He's set up, like, you bring up your Seeker field, so he's really important in the deck. And lastly, 3 12k attackers. Seeker, Vanguard, attacks for 12k. That's the grade 2 lineup. Grade 1s. This card is pretty awesome. His so when he boosts Blaster Blade in the same column and the attack hits, you may unflip 1 damage you have, take a card from your hand, put it at the bottom of the deck, and draw a card. So the main point is you want to unflip damage, so it has to be Blaster Blade when he boosts Blaster Blade. So obviously you're going to have Blaster Blade in... So it's a Vanguard booster pretty much, because you're boosting your Seeker... Not Seeker, Legion Vanguard, because Blaster Blade is going to be in Legion, so that works also. The main point is to unflip damage. If you have too many things that are copies in your hand, you may put 1 to the bottom to draw a card. It helps you fix your hand, and it's a pretty awesome card. So, run through those. I run 3 with this guy. When he's placed in the rearguard, and your Vanguard is in Legion, he gets plus 4,000 for that turn. So for that turn only, it's 11k when you have Legion. So it's pretty good because you can make 23 golems like that. So if you're pushing for damage and you want a bigger rearguard column, so obviously it's going to be really good. So 3 of those. 2 Leanne. Leanne's pretty good. Like I said, you want to ride Alfred first. So ride her. Obviously she's amazing in the first draw. Ride her, rest her, discard a card, draw a card. I mean, if you're going first only, obviously. But she's good. Just fill up your drop zone fast enough so you can rush with Alfred, Legion. And 2 10k attackers. Vanguard with Seeker. This unit attacks for 10k. And lastly, 4 Perfect Guards. Now, Seeker Perfect Guards. The only reason you want Seeker Perfect Guards is because Alfred is a special counterblast, but that's the only reason you want Seeker Perfect Guards. Unless, yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. The trigger lineup is pretty simple. You want to keep up the pressure with Alfred, with those crits. So you have 8 crits. You have 4 draws. These are not Seekers, so but it doesn't matter because it's a pretty awesome draw trigger. Margot, you may put this in Soul to give her a Royal Paladin plus 3,000. Helps out Thinksaver's Soul requirements. So, and lastly, 4 heals, 4 Seekers. That's the deck, guys. It's pretty simple. Real quick, like I said, you need to bring out your Alfred field, so... Let me just set up the field for a sec. So you Legion with Alfred. Use this card skill to counterblast 1. You may Spirit Call this. This is already at 23 golem. And that's pretty good when your opponents have 3 damage or lower. because now he swings for 32 plus crit, and that's pretty amazing. If that hits, you may unflip 1 damage, drop a card to the bottom of the deck to draw a card. So this column's pretty big. They're gonna guard this one, and yeah, that's Alfred's Rush. It's pretty strong. And then when you put them at 4 to 5 damage, you may ride Sting Sable Dragon, perform Legion again, attack, and then Superior Legion Call, and then attack again. And that's pretty much, the game is pretty much over by then. Even if they kind of survive, they can't take another Alfred hit. So you may ride Alfred again and perform Legion again. But most of the times the game is over. Ride Alfred first, Legion, put more pressure, then ride Thing Saver, do double attacks, and you pretty much win the game. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked the deck profile. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you next time.